Good morning, evening, family. I'm your friendly announcer. I got some serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster. Could turn your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love is in need of love today. I'm gonna stop right there. Y'all excuse me. I'm sitting in one of these rubber ball chairs. Look. And I'm just a bouncing. So, excuse me this morning, but good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Hey family, welcome to the Mental House. I am your host, Khadijah. Today, I want to talk about love. Love, or what we think, or what we mix up and stir in the pot as love. Love could be an attachment, real profound. Um, Love can be what we saw as children and associated with love, whether it was abuse, whether it was whatever what was modeled for us. We seek those in our adult lives and we see those things as love, which may not necessarily be. But in my opinion, he who controls uh, your thoughts really control your life. So who controls your narrative? If you still regurgitating ideas that your parents gave you, which may have been their train of thought, but it's really not authentically your thought, then wow, are you really an adult? Are you really thinking free thoughts? It's a good question. I'm hoping that my dog allows me to do this video because he should have been outside by now, and he gets a little crazy sometimes and he starts taking the bone and throwing it up and down the stairs. So hopefully he'll allow me to do this before I take him out. Ty, I got you. And what I'm going to hope is the subs on this page help me out and give me your idea of what love should look like. I know what it shouldn't look like. But I'm just going to attempt to do this for Ty. Because in my opinion, it all starts with pleasing their mamas. And especially for men. The way they have been conditioned to feel to please their mother is basically what they take out in the world with them looking for women, their wives. So if we have been out of order, if we have been disrespectful, if we have belittled these young men, and because 72% of the young men are growing up in the household with women as a sole provider, and most of the men that, if they have grown up in the house with them, they didn't have any kind of backbone, or no disrespect to any of them, or if they just was following the narrative of the woman because they needed somewhere to sleep and they didn't want to be cold because it was wintertime. They really couldn't assert their alpha maleness as a male, so they had to pretty much go up under the woman's emotional construct, especially if she is out of order. And if you raised your son under that kind of dichotomy, then you're going to experience these kind of women in your adult life, because these might be the kind of women you feel comfortable with and you relate to as love. Does that make sense? I believe here in America, I believe we have created some of the most narcissistic people on the face of the earth. That's number one. That's probably one of the reasons why they took it out of that beloved DSM book that y'all all diagnostic statistical manual that everybody loves to refer to. I think they took it out for that particular reason, because everybody is narcissistic in America. But it seems like a lot of young boys have been trained to be knights in shining armors. Okay? Because in my opinion, no healthy, self-respecting, independent, stable woman is going to want a man to sacrifice whatever he has going just to prove his love for her. Now, who wants women or men to perform like that is a controlling, insecure, immature, abusive, no self-respect type of woman. That's how she wants, because what happens is she gets some kind of pleasure out of watching you stop doing the things that you love to cater to her. See, and after you do that for a while, she's not gonna respect you no more anyway. She's gonna drop you and then go to the next person. You have men that do the same thing, but right now, because this is for Ty, I am going to speak in terms of women and men. Okay? Who controls your thoughts controls your mind. Now, I don't know how you grew up, and I don't know if your mother was very controlling, domineering, dogmatic, very you know how they always say black women are so strong, we're so strong, you know. So I don't know if you grew up with a woman that didn't allow you to have your own autonomy, which maybe allowed you to look for these type of women in relationships, and then you get hurt because in reality it starts feeling like abuse, because you explained to me that you had an interest in bikes, and that's something that you always did, and when you met that person that you were on your bike. So if that person was really off into you and this was really an authentic true love, then that person would share in your hobbies and your likes. They wouldn't wait till they get you and then 3 years later now they want you to stop riding your bike, or they want you to stop being the bike enthusiast that you were when they met you. Now, I could see if you was in some kind of situation. I mean, I'm just saying. Even if you were in a situation where you had a child now, I'm just gonna keep it real. What are you doing? Because you already knew, and you already know that the person, when a person is married to an idea or married to an idea, that requires so much dedication, and a lot of times it requires so much focus that you have to be willing to be two parents sometimes, financially at least. So if you get together with somebody like that that's chasing music or chasing some kind of dream, you wouldn't want to get with this person and then try to stop them from doing that, would you? The minute somebody does that, then you know you with the wrong goddamn person. Because that person should have known when they got a hold of you, this is what you do. And sometimes if I decide to have a baby with you, I might have to pick up your slack too a little bit financially while we chase this dream. Okay? Because it ain't just you chasing it, I'm chasing it with you. Right? Okay. Now, that does not exonerate you from doing anything and just sit there and watch it. But you'll know. You'll know when you're married to an ideal, when you're married to a bum. You know, so my point is, if you're with someone that is taking you totally away from what you love, what makes you happy, and it seems like everything in this relationship is about you sacrificing, well, this is not love, in my opinion. You know, because it's just too much resistance. People are going to give you their opinion, and I hope between the opinions that you get, you can come to some conclusion. Because I didn't read your letter, because you just said you wanted me to make a comment about it, and you didn't give me permission to. So I just think that having self-respect for yourself is walking away from a situation that you know, and walking away from people who are now compromise your self-respect. If you're in a situation with this person and everything this person is doing, and I'm not saying about what your mama and them taught you, and this person is still perpetuating that, deep down in your heart, do you like how you're feeling behind this? Because it's probably your soul trying to talk to you. You know, and if you keep suppressing that, that'll return to resentment, and then it could end up in some kind of domestic situation. So what if I was you, I would begin to really look at who controls my narrative, my thought, what I think about relationships, what I think about how I should be treated in relationships. And I don't remember if, in fact, you didn't mention any kids involved. You didn't mention any kids. So if you didn't, that makes it all the better. I can't remember, but if you didn't, that makes it all the better. That you could be clear to observe. Is this person really wanting you to give up the things that make you happy? Because if you are, then you're going to be unhappy. So why would I want to be with a person that I know is going to be unhappy right off the bat? Those are the things, Ty, that you got to understand, that you have to make a decision on. In my opinion, the first time that, because in my opinion, I got more time behind me than I got in front of me, so I don't have a lot of time to play games like that. So in your relationship, you have to be in a situation where you can walk away from something that's not very healthy for you. And if you are committed to something, and if they are not willing to love you in that and around you, and that's not good enough for them, or if in order to be with them you have to sell the motorcycle or do all that kind of stuff, and it's probably a lot of enmeshment, because there's some things probably that she does that reminds you really of the unresolved issues that you probably have with your mother, or your family of origin, I should say. I'm not trying to be a psychologist. I'm just saying that's what worked for me. So, and these people could be very good intended people, but if they were unclear, if they raised you in a state where you were uncertain about things and you didn't know, nobody was clear, people were lying, it was dysfunctional, all that kind of stuff, especially if it was some damn church people. Oh, Lord have mercy. Well, listen. And then be willing to deal with this too, like I was. So your heart's broken. You sit around moping, crying. Everybody plays the fool sometimes. No exception to the rule. Whatever it is. Okay? So I wish you well, and I hope y'all come back with some nice advice for Ty. Thank you. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time, family in the mental house. Bye-bye.